All right, welcome back to those of you that are staying with us to the second game. Per, what is going on, my brother? I was just about to send a message, but I figured I would just kind of talk to you through it. Yeah, no, I'm not too worried for the Arsenal fans either. They've got this. I don't know if mathematically they have yet, but I can't see them at the very least not making the top 8 and not having to worry about that extra round in the knockout phase. But yes, it would be great for them, from a confidence standpoint, to go 8-0. I don't believe anyone did that last year in the this is only the second year in this current format, so I don't think anyone did it last year. I did not see the starting 11 yet for Arsenal, so it'll be good to see how much firepower they brought into this match. Yeah, I thought so. I don't think anyone did it last year either. But a lot of these squads, I think, probably even like Man City, probably the next round. Obviously they'll see what they have after this full round is done. But I can't see any of these top teams really pushing. Arsenal, Bayern, PSG, Man City. Let's see. Although let's see. Liverpool are currently the first team out of the bye round, and they're on 12 points, as are Atleti, Real Madrid, and Inter. So I guess there are a lot of teams that have not yet guaranteed that. So Arsenal, it looks like they just need a single point from either today or the Kairat match to clinch the bye into that next round. So as we see, or at least as I see, Saka and Lautaro doing their captain stuff, shaking hands, talking with the referee for the coin toss. Diego did have to run upstairs briefly. He should be back at least for most of the first half. So this is a Portuguese refereeing crew led by João Pinheiro. And we should be underway momentarily. I've got our Inter and Arsenal score bug ready to go. And we will be doing our best to try to report, some of the other scores as they happen. It actually looks like the Tottenham-Dortmund match has already begun, as has Sporting and PSG. So actually that looks like a pretty strong squad for the most part from Arsenal. They finally this year have some depth, so even if it's not their best 11, it's definitely quality. All right, let's get the ticker moving here. All right, and we are underway. Arsenal with a kickoff, straight back to David Raya. And he goes long. Eze with the header into the box, and a shot from Skelly. Another shot there. And Marino commits the foul just outside the Inter box. And a lot of action early from Arsenal already. Per, what did you think of the penalty no call in Arsenal's match against Forest the other day? And Inter under a lot of pressure again. Yeah, I didn't see it live. A lot of the pundits were saying, it hit off of another body part into the arm, which, as they've called it over the years, that does apply. If it hits off another body part first and then your hand, Arsenal here on the counter attack, trying to get the ball into Eze, unable to do so, and all the way back to the Inter goalkeeper. And actually, Sean Deitch made some great comments on it. Gabby Jesus nearly putting one through there. Sean Deitch basically said, for him it wasn't a penalty. Obviously, he's going to say that as the Forest manager. But he said, if the shoe is on the other foot, yeah, I'd absolutely take that as a penalty and kind of smile my way off the field. So it's. I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I don't have that, factor, but I'm not as aggrieved as a lot of other fans that I've seen talking about it are. Inter finally getting into the attack a little bit here as they approach the Arsenal third. So Saka with the shot there, deflected off the goal, off the defender into Jan Sommer's hands. As Arteta looks on here in the 4 minutes done. Arsenal definitely in the ascendancy so far, although it is very early. Buenos tardes.
Buenas noches.
And Diego is back.
¿Qué pasa, mi gente?
So we have Pear in with us now. Still,
Hey, Bear!
no sign of Nas.
He'll be here soon. Straight immersive prime vision version.
Interesting. Is that when you say Prime Vision? Is that via Amazon Prime?
No, I think it's more like an interactive type of
Yeah,
channel.
I'm asking because
Is it?
I don't know.
That's weird. Hey, Amazon. Yeah, no, he's right. You're right, sir. Amazon. That's cool.
And is that Pear? Are you stateside right now watching that, or? Because I didn't think. Let me see. I wonder if.
Yeah, 8-0 will be nice. I know I caught back up to the chat between Pear and Dave, but yeah, going 8-0 on the qualifiers will be sweet. So how do you feel about the last match? I don't know if you watched it, but you're back in England. All right,
Oh,
nice, nice.
Say, yeah, because we don't.
But yeah, no, the last Man City, Bodo Glint. I don't know if you watched it, but a shocker, my guy. It was incredible.
Yeah. Pear, that all sounds actually really interesting. I wonder. I wonder if I can
Indeed,
somehow
folded.
link my account to be able to watch that, because in the U.S.
Shit, work. All
it's,
right, guys. I guess it's gonna be a short day for me. I'll be back.
Boy,
I'll be back.
already? I thought your meeting was 4.
Yeah, but people get here early.
All right. Well, maybe we'll see you in a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. So for us here in the States, it's Paramount Plus and CBS Sports for the Champions League, as well as Europa League, Conference League, Serie A, and I think the EFL Cup. I can't recall anymore. There's so many different streaming services that I have to keep track of. Parrots, it sounds like a video game, basically. All right, 7.5 minutes in. After a flurry of action early, things have started to calm down a little bit. Ball worked through the back by Inter. Yeah, no, exactly, Parrot. Have you, I haven't played FIFA or what is it now, EAFC probably in a decade. I do want to get back into more, especially on stream, doing some soccer games. I just bought into a Kickstarter of a, what do they call it? I think the term they were using was a roll and play or something. It's a kind of like a D&D type game, but soccer, where you have a campaign, so to speak. It's a season, and then you make decisions, and then based on rolls of dice, get certain outcomes from those decisions. Nas, welcome back. Or welcome in, I should say. Nas, you just missed Diego. He ran back upstairs for a brewery party meeting. Pear, thank you. I am so tired of the pessimism around Arsenal that Nas is displaying. He's really a buzzkill on our streams. Nas, how was work today, bud? Diego goes poof. Yeah, this time it was announced though, Nas. At least he told us he was leaving, and it's a goal. Although I think he may have been offside, but the goal as it stands currently will count. Gabi Jesus deflects that shot, and I thought he was in an offside position, but obviously VAR is on top of all this. I will add it so far. Here I'll see a replay here of the shot. Oh no, the right back easily held him on. And Jan Sommer was absolutely helpless as Gabi Jesus, very fortunate or at the very least very astute of him to kind of latch on to that. So after 10 minutes, 1-0 to the Gunners. Gabi Jesus. Pear says can't beat Forest, but Inter no problem. I will say, Pear, early days still. We got 80 minutes left, but as an AC Milan fan, I wish nothing but the best this match for Arsenal. And Nas, by the way, this multi-streaming with YouTube went super easy again today, so it seems that this might be the wave of the future for us here. I'm only noticing maybe a 2-3 second difference between the two streams. Ban Nas. Then how can I ban him but still have him mod the chat? Is that Is that a thing? Hitting the 12-minute mark here. Arsenal in possession. They played the Uno reverse on me, yes. Yeah, Pear, don't forget, Nas has the power to ban from this community, so I know he would never be heavy-handed with the ban hammer, but you never know. Inter working through the back here, and high pressure so far from Arsenal. As Jan Sommer now with the ball at his feet in front of his own goal, plays long, but Arsenal really pushing the envelope here and on the front foot in all aspects of the game so far. Nas, did you watch any of the Bodo Glimt Man City match earlier? Oh, that's what I meant to do. I got to get up the other scores so I can make any other updates. And we do have some goals to report here in the first 15 minutes. Let's see. So much to Nas's chagrin. So Nas, Bodo Glimt absolutely dominated the match. Obviously, the red card, they scored twice in like a 10-minute span. Yeah, no, City's been pretty rough the last few matches. Where was I? Bodo Glimt scored twice in about 10 minutes, both from the same player. And then a second half red card from Rodri really kind of let the air out of the tires of City. Decent chance there from Thuram, unable to. Yeah, Pear. Thierry, I will say it's a bit too much of just sheer entertainment for my liking. But it is a pretty good crew with Kate Scott, formerly Kate Abdo, and Thierry Henry, Jamie Carragher, and Micah Richards. Yes, Pear, just make the 3-hour commute every week and hang out with us to watch the games. It's that simple. By the way, Nas, much to your chagrin here, Olympiacos currently lead Bayer Leverkusen 1-0, a second-minute goal from Costinha. And then maybe even worse for you, Tottenham are 1-0 up over Borussia Dortmund, a goal from Romero in the 14th minute. And we have a Kylian Mbappe 5th-minute goal against his former club, Monaco, as Real Madrid lead 1-0 there. No score currently in the Villarreal-Ajax match, nor is there anything in Sporting Lisbon against PSG or Copenhagen against Napoli. Pear, that's wild. I love, like, I don't think I could watch a full 90 minutes with that. But I love seeing that, like, at halftime on the highlights and that kind of stuff of just how immersive, the metrics are with that and everything that goes along with it. It's so cool to me to see how accurate and how much they use that. I mean, that is pretty much what all the physios are using these days anyways. They use those trackers. They track your mileage, your sprints, your runs while fatigued, and that's how they kind of decide if you're quote unquote redlining and if you're due for a day off or two. So really cool to see that go beyond now just the back room and into the public arena. And Inter starting to get a little bit going here as Arsenal relieve the pressure, but only as far as midfield. Yeah, no, Per, that's what I was saying earlier, and Naz and I talked about it. I think it was yesterday. You know, I have never been one to like the blaming of injuries and stuff like that. But it is nice to see Arsenal finally with some great depth that they have. And here comes Thuram with a chance to go in, and a last-ditch tackle from, I believe that was Saliba, and a shot in. What a goal from Inter Milan. A great one-touch finish off that rebound. And things are all level here in the 18th minute. Inter Milan 1, Arsenal 1. So the Sucic goal, good recovery from Thuram, and then the ball just kind of squirts out. Great first touch hit. And Raya unable to get a hand to it. It looked like he may have seen it a bit late too, with both Zubamendi and Saliba right there, maybe screening him. That's absolutely wild that they are able to get those statistics and that quickly. Well, I guess that makes that finish from Sucic that much better. A 5% goal chance with 98% of the net obscured, according to, well, not according to Per, according to Amazon. I wonder if there's a way, although it's probably geo-fenced for just the UK, but I wonder if there's a way through, you know, with the Twitch and Amazon Prime ownership to do something with Champions League. That would be really cool. Let me email my buddy Jeff Bezos and see what we can get done. Yeah, dude, you're not. I was looking at, because right now I'm literally just using my old personal MacBook for all the streaming we do, and honestly, since we're not broadcasting, you know, computer gameplay, it's worked out just about fine. But I was just kind of window shopping at, you know, a PC to maybe upgrade some of what we do here, and the cost of RAM is just out of this world between, you know, the AI, like you talked about, between the, you know, the tariffs and the fight for all these, you know, rare earth metals and everything else. It's become ridiculous to try to do anything in that sphere. You know, I'm mostly just a console gamer when it comes to that stuff anyway. So I you know, I don't have a need for one of these, you know, uber high, you know, operating PCs and everything, but yeah, it's definitely eye-opening to say the least. So 21st minute here, Arsenal possessing through Raya and the back four. I should know this better than you guys, but is Calafiori hurt, or is just not in the lineup today? Oh yeah, here Calafiore and Hincapié both out with injuries. So after a flurry of goals early here from each side, match starting to calm down a little bit. Let's see. Nothing new to report across the other Champions League matches. Ball worked over to Zubamendi. Wide to Trossard. In central to Eze. And Inter able to intercept and look to counter a little bit here. Can they get it forward? Arsenal doing a great job of delaying their attack, and despite the foul there by Eze, that was a very good recovery from them defensively. Saka down the right flank, lays the ball back. Lewis Skelly on the ball, now over to Trossard at the corner of the box. Can he get a serve in? He tries to. The service is deflected off of Luis Enrique, and it will be an Arsenal corner. Yuri Timber starting to get forward now for the corner kick. Eze walks over to get set to take this corner. Mikel Merino getting forward as well, as is Christian Mosquera. Well, pair, they are set piece FC here, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them score off this corner kick. And Eze's corner unable to get past the first defender there on the near post, and headed away for a throw-in. Yeah, no Declan Rice on these corners. Whew. Had an early morning today. I was up at 4 o'clock. So, and we have another goal in Madrid. 26th minute, Kylian Mbappe with a second one. So he has a brace now. So at Estadio Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid, it is Real Madrid 2, Monaco 0. Inter the 3-on-2 here. Into the box, Thuram with the shot, slides off the outside of his foot. Red Black, what's going on, man? I know. Oh, and a red card here for Dortmund now as well. Svensson in the 24th minute. So on top of the Romero goal early. So Tottenham leading 1-0 and is now a man up for the remainder of the match. Red Black outside of the Dortmund results so far. How you doing, bud? Dortmund has, I mean, I know they're in, well, now as with the live table, they're in 11th, but, you know, they've had some terrible results in Champions League so far. They had we were commenting on that what was it, the 4-4 game against Juventus. They've had a lot of high-scoring draws. They drew, I think, 2-2 with Bodo Glimt. You know, for the neutral, it's exciting to watch their games. There's plenty of action in them, but you know, certainly not from a Dortmund standpoint. Red Black, I did get a notification this morning that my Borussia Dortmund kit has been shipped. It'll be to my house by Friday, so looking forward to sporting that. Red Black, within Germany, what is the look good, feel good, you know? I got, what was it, last year's away kit, I believe it was. So it's the, let me see, it's the black one with a yellow band, I believe, across the chest. I mean, the sales were just so good. I got the Dortmund, it's the black kit with the thick yellow band with the 1-in-1 sponsor logo right in the middle. I got it for $38. I mean, you can't beat that. Red Black, what is the feeling within Germany and within Dortmund on Niko Kovac? I mean, I keep seeing these things where they want him out, but you know, yeah, I told the co-host, you know, Diego and Nas also, I'm such a sucker for an on sale kit, especially in my size. But yeah, I've been reading all over, you know, like the Dortmund subreddits and everything that they all want Kovac out, and you know, my big thing, and Nas could tell you, my first reaction to stuff like that is, well, who are you going to bring in that's better? You know, I can't imagine like someone like Jurgen Klopp would ever come back to Dortmund. I don't know, but curious to get a Dortmund point of view on how Kovac, you know, is received within the club. Another corner kick here for Arsenal. Left-footed corner will be an in-swinger. 5 gunners on the back post ready to come through. Headed back across by Trossard, and in! Another goal for Gabby Jesus. And directly off the corner kick, Arsenal, a.k.a. Set Piece FC, have now gone ahead 2-1 here in the 31st minute. A brace from Gabby Jesus, and making decisions tough for Mikel Arteta, as Jesus, who rarely gets the time on the field that he feels he deserves, is now 2 goals here and 3 goals across his Champions League campaign in only 2 matches. And there is a goal in Lisbon, a Warren Zaire Emery goal in the 30th minute, although there is a VAR check on the goal, so I will wait and see. I will wait and see until the VAR review is complete, and the goal has been disallowed, so no score in the PSG Sporting game. So as it stands right now, it is Real Madrid 2, Monaco 0. Villarreal and Ajax are scoreless. Tottenham 1 and 10-man Borussia Dortmund 0. Sporting and PSG are scoreless. Olympiacos 1, Bayer Leverkusen 0, and Copenhagen and Napoli are scoreless as we sit here. Inter 1, Arsenal 2. So Red Black, getting back to you, you know, the results are good. In fact, Borussia Dortmund played the best first half of Bundesliga for 6 years. 2.13 points on average, I believe. That's good. His style of football is just boring, and Dortmund have, as I would say, identity crisis. Who are we? What do we stand for? What kind of football do you want to play? But that's not Kovac's fault. It's beer on the management. Yeah, you're right. I think Dortmund are, and not just Dortmund, you know, most of the Bundesliga are kind of at this crossroads of who are we? What are we doing? Obviously, recent memory, you have the you know, title winning Bayer Leverkusen squad, but outside of that, you know, it takes literally a perfect season from any other team in the league to overcome Bayern Munich. And you know, I don't know if something needs to be done from a league standpoint or what. Obviously, you know, it's not Bayern Munich's responsibility to you know, to lessen their quality and even the playing field for everyone else. But you know, it has gotten to a point where, you know, beyond, you know, them in European play, you know, watching the German teams, you know, is not fun. Inter with a little bit of an attack here as Lautaro gets forward. His shot scuffed well wide, but it did deflect off an Arsenal player. Yeah, you know, it's no different than, you know, PSG for a while, or Juventus had that great run. But it's not their responsibility as the leaders of the league to, you know, to come up with rules to make it more fair for the rest of the league. So I'm not in tune enough with the Bundesliga to know, you know, if there's really anything to do with that. But I mean, even you look at you know, all the upheaval in the Bundesliga with you know, with the RB Leipzig, you know, trajectory, and you know, although they're doing well this year, certainly a far cry from what a lot of global fans thought was going to happen with RB Leipzig. I mean, that was supposed to be kind of the gem, the jewel in the crown of multi-club ownership, and you know, they were going to, you know, go on to unprecedented heights. And you know, outside of that Champions League semi-final run, which included a Tyler Adams goal, you know, we have not seen much out of them really in recent years either. So 35 minutes gone. Inter 1, 2-0. Arsenal 2. Sorry, I was reading Red Black's comment there. And there is a second goal in London. A Bournemouth alum, Dominic Solanke, has scored in the 37th minute to make it 2-0 to Tottenham. And I did also just see in Copenhagen, the home team, FC Copenhagen, has received a red card. A Thomas Delaney red card in the 35th minute. So all kinds of action, both you know, in the referee's book as well as in the goal across this match day 7. Thuram fighting off 2 Arsenal defenders there, getting numbers into the attack. And Barella unable to keep that ball in play. It will be an Arsenal goal kick. Yeah, Naz, and Per, I wonder if, obviously you guys watch Arsenal much more than I do. Although maybe not Naz, because he refuses to watch the games. You almost wonder if and obviously I don't know Saka much at all, but it's like when, when they weren't as good and as deep, and he knew, he would be in the starting 11 basically no matter what, he was playing better. Now that he's having to fight for a role, Pair, good point. Now that Saka is not slated in marker in the first 11 and has to work for it, and has some weeks that he's off and weeks that he's back on, you wonder if it's a confidence thing or just a, not the type of player to fight for that role kind of thing. But it is certainly an interesting dynamic, with this newly deeper squad that Arsenal have put together. And the counter here, and Arsenal trying to get back. Inter on the run here, and a poor decision to take that shot early. Good counter from Inter, but unable to get that final touch on target, and really just a poor decision from Inter Milan there, as they could have gotten more numbers into the attack, I feel. Yeah, Per, they definitely, have moments here where they're looking, in trouble in the counter. So, certainly something to keep an eye on for the Inter team here. Excuse me. In the last few minutes here of the first half, no action yet from any of the other matches. Left-footed corner kick, nearly an Olympico, punched away by the Inter goalkeeper, Jan Sommer. And he seems to be down with some sort of head or face injury. We'll see on the replay what had happened. Oh, yeah. Mikel Merino comes barreling through. And I don't think there was any intent on it, but his elbow and shoulder area goes right into the face of Jan Sommer. And while this injury is tended to, we do have a goal in Copenhagen. Scott McTominay in the 39th minute. Copenhagen 0, Napoli 1. For those of you that are here now and didn't catch any of the early matches, Kairat Almaty 1, Club Brugge 4, and Bodo Glimt 3, 10-man Man City 1. Inter again on the attack here in the 42nd minute. Left-footed swerving ball through, and Lautaro unable to get a clean shot on that volley, and helplessly gets into Raya's mitts. Yeah, I mean, guys, you know Trossard's not a 90-minute player. He's due for an injury at this point, right? Ball headed away by Akanji, and Inter back on the attack. Plenty of space in front. Ball laid off into the box. Left-footed shot. Great save by Raya. Second save by Raya as well. And DiMarco is denied twice. Great attack there from Sucic into DiMarco, and Raya was up to the task. It will be a corner kick here for Inter Milan, though. Outswinging corner kick headed away by Arsenal and cleared even further by Trossard. Luis Enrique gets the ball out wide to Barella, back central. And Enrique beats Trossard, back to Barella for the cross. Ball played central and right through everyone from both teams. Nobody gets a touch on it, and now Arsenal on the counter. Trossard looking for the diagonal ball through. Neatly picked out by Akanji, and Inter is back into it. The last couple of minutes been back and forth, plenty of action. And here comes Inter again, and a miscommunication there. Bastoni on the ball, but a foul called in Arsenal's favor. Yeah, Per, I mean, obviously, moments of brilliance from Arsenal, some tough periods for them as well. I do think they need to get the flanks figured out a little bit better, but from a neutral standpoint, plenty of action both sides. Both teams are looking dangerous in certain opportunities. From an objective standpoint, honestly, I think if Inter could do a better job, being a little bit more clinical in the attacking third, despite it only being a one-goal game here, I do think they could be at least level or maybe even up 3-2 at this point. But they've really, muffed a couple dangerous finishes, or what could have been dangerous finishes, in the attacking third with little to no pressure on them. And that will do it for the half. 2-1 in favor of Arsenal away from home here at Giuseppe Meazza San Siro in Milan, Italy. So across the board, actually, we are not done yet. A 45th plus 1 minute goal from Olympiacos, from Taremi. So it is 2-0 now, Olympiacos over Bayer Leverkusen. Let's see, elsewhere. Actually, none of the other Villarreal and Ajax have gone into the half now. That match is scoreless. And as we await to see any of the other games going into the half. In Tottenham, they have gone to halftime. It is Tottenham 2, 10-man Borussia Dortmund 0. in Madrid, they have gone to half now. Real Madrid 2, Monaco 0. 2 goals there from Kylian Mbappe. Sporting and PSG have gone to the half scoreless. Olympiacos and Bayer Leverkusen are now at halftime as well. Olympiacos 2, Bayer Leverkusen 0. And all that is remaining is FC Copenhagen, who is down to 10 men from the Thomas Delaney red card, as they host Napoli. Napoli is so far up 1-0 with a Scott McTominay goal in the 39th minute. So once that match goes to half, we will take a kind of an extended break. We'll run some ads, and we will be back for the second half. So anyone in chat, overall thoughts, whether it's the Arsenal Inter game that we're watching or any of the other ones, Red Black, if you're still in here, halftime thoughts from for Dortmund. What do you guys got? Now in the 5th minute of first half stoppage time in Copenhagen. So that is the only match remaining in action at the moment. And in Copenhagen, it has now gone to halftime. So Copenhagen 0, Napoli 1. At that moment, now we will take our extended commercial break and get ready for the second half of Inter Milan hosting Arsenal. Cheers. All right, we are back. And yeah, Red Black. I would love to see it. What was that? The 96, 97 season? Do I have that right? As the second half is now officially underway. Yeah, I think it was the 97 season. Yep, 97. He didn't play too much with them that year, but Johan Karofsky was the first American ever to win the Champions League medal. I'm trying to think who else was in that squad. Was that was Lars Ricken? Was that his Dortmund team? Yeah, Lars Ricken scored the third goal. Look at that. Matthias Sommer, Jürgen Kohler, Paulo Sousa, Andres Moller, Stefan Chapuisat, Zorc, and I forgot Ottmar Hitzfeld was their manager. He won a Champions League with Munich as well, didn't he? Yeah, he won. Ottmar Hitzfeld was Champions League winning manager of 2 separate German teams. That is certainly something that you don't hear often. So as the second half here is underway, let's take a quick look at the scores from across Champions League. We had the early kickoff, Kairat Almaty 1, Club Brugge 4. That match has gone full-time. Kairat Almaty in their debut season in the competition. They have been officially eliminated. Bodo Glimt hosting Man City. That was Bodo Glimt 3, Manchester City 1. A red card from Rodri in the second half. Really, Red Black, what's up? Why are you yelling? Uh-oh, free kick. Bodo Glimt 3, 10-man Man City 1. Those were the early kickoffs. Let's see if we have any action at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium from Dortmund here with the free kick. Elsewhere in these 3 o'clock Eastern kickoffs, Real Madrid 2, Monaco 0. Villarreal have gotten a goal here. Let's report that one. A 49th minute goal from Oluwaseyi. Villarreal 1, Ajax Amsterdam 0. Tottenham, the aforementioned Tottenham 2 over the aforementioned Borussia Dortmund 0. Dortmund is down to 10 men. Sporting Lisbon and PSG is scoreless. Olympiacos 2, Bayer Leverkusen 0, and 10-man Copenhagen host Napoli. They are trailing 1-0 thanks to a Scott McTominay goal in the first half. Red Black, don't get your hopes up with the free kicks. It's a tall hill for them to climb right now with a man down and 2 goals down. Yeah, 3 red cards so far in the match day. 1 from Rodri of Man City, and then you have 1 in Dortmund, or 1 in London for Borussia Dortmund, and 1 for the host Copenhagen. All right, 52nd minute here. Arsenal starting to... Ooh, tough tackle there. And Barella concedes the foul there. As Gabi Jesus is taken down. Yeah, Per, it doesn't help that, like, I don't know if it's his eyebrows or what, but the faces that Gabi Jesus makes always looks, regardless of if he's happy or not, just looks like he's in a significant amount of pain. And Lautaro Martinez down in the... Per says, my fiance calls him eyebrows. Yeah, it's certainly a defining characteristic. You know, that's a little bit soft, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're at least taking a look at that potential foul on Saliba there. Per and Naz, if you're in here, thoughts on that potential foul? I mean, I'm fine with it not being called. I'm surprised that they're not taking a little bit of a look at it, or maybe they are, and the VAR has told the official that it's all good. Fair enough. Yeah, one of the angles I saw looked like there was, the ball got behind Saliba and then he kicked him. So I did not see all the replays, and you might have access to different views on your fancy Amazon Prime stuff. And a missed pass there from Inter, and Arsenal immediately get forward on the counter. Jesus gets the ball out wide. Back to Jesus, back to Trossard. Trossard trying to beat Manuel Akanji down on the flank. Lays the ball back to Lewis Skelly. Zubimendi. All the way back across. Urian Timber now with the ball. Did they have metrics on the velocity at which Saliba kicked Lautaro Martinez on that potential penalty? And Per, by the way, when are you due back stateside? We got to take a look at the Philadelphia Union schedule. Ooh, left-footed volley from Trossard, just pushed wide. Oh, May, June. So that's probably, I'm trying to think, because I know that the MLS is going to take a summer break for the World Cup this year. I don't know. Let me see, at least on the NYCFC schedule, when that break starts. Let's see, NYCFC. So NYCFC's last game before the World Cup is May 23rd, and then they play again July 22nd. Yeah, Per, you ain't kidding on that one. I've been between the cold winter days and just the doom scrolling I've been doing on, Reddit and various news sites. It's been a tough few weeks. Also, we pretty much missed all of Christmas and New Year's. My whole family had the flu, so it's been a tough month. But yeah, for your sake, I hope you're able to get here, when you want to be, and move on with your life. So. Let's check out. Let's see. So Philadelphia's last game before the World Cup is at Miami. And then they resume July 22nd home against the Red Bulls. Actually, they have immediately after the World Cup, they have 2 home games in a 4-day span. July 22nd and July 25th. So Per, we're gonna have to have you join the stream as like our analytics guy with all these numbers. I actually want to start doing more with that with our Saturday morning preview show. Obviously, we talk about the games that are upcoming for the weekend, but it would be nice to. Yeah, I'm a numbers guy. I'm a spreadsheet guy, Per. So like I love all that stuff. Obviously, I know that stats are so easily skewed to reflect the point that you want to be making. But yeah, I love having all that information ready at your hands. But yeah, so I would love to do a little bit more with our Saturday morning show with that. As we get things a little bit more professional, for lack of a better word. And obviously I love doing our chats with Diego and Nas and I, but it'll be nice. You know, we're starting to format it a little bit better and again try to make things a little bit more at that professional level. So as we approach the 60-minute mark here, Arsenal 2, Inter Milan 1. Let's check out other scores from across the Champions League fixtures. Madrid has really opened things up. Now 4-0. A Mastantuono goal in the 51st and a 55th minute own goal. So at the Santiago Bernabeu, it is now Real Madrid 4, Monaco 0. Ajax have leveled things in Spain. A Gluck goal in the 61st minute. So that is Villarreal 1, Ajax 1. And let's see, Tottenham still up 2-0 over 10-man Dortmund. Sporting Lisbon and PSG are still scoreless. Olympiacos still lead 2-0 over Bayer Leverkusen, and Napoli still lead hosts Copenhagen 1-0 thanks to that Scott McTominay goal. That's fair. The XG stuff, I don't know how I feel about how they come to those stats. It's certainly trying to think of how I want to phrase this, but it's certainly to an untrained eye, or if you're not watching the game, it can give you a sense of who the better team was. But you and I both know we've watched enough matches where you'll see a team with an XG of maybe 0.8 and they really have been the better team, and they could have or should have had 2 goals, or quite the opposite, where you'll see a team with an XG of 2 or 3. And here comes Bukayo Saka, and a last-ditch effort from Bastoni to slide in and push that ball wide. Great ball through from Gabi Jesus, and Jesus is really having a great match so far. Nearly an assist to go with his 2 goals there. But yeah, so you'll see, with XG, sometimes a team will have, an XG of 2.5 or 3, and it doesn't show. You never see that in the run of play. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that on a first touch. So plenty of subs here from both squads. Jurrien Timber coming off, as is, so Timber off for Declan Rice, and Eberechi Eze off for Ben White. White Rice. A little bit. I know they brought on another forward, but I'm a little bit surprised with Lautaro Martinez coming off as early as he did just now. Listen, Per, every team needs 1 or 2 of those guys. The annoying players that you hate him when he's not playing for your squad, and then the second he's on your team, you're his biggest fan. So the dark arts and the peskiness of some of those players is exactly what teams need in certain times and situations. Long ball through, cleaned up by Raya as he looks to build into the attack now as well. Left-footed serve from DeMarco. Nobody there. Well, the ball does get into an Inter player and cleared by Declan Rice, but only as far as about the width of the 18-yard box for a throw-in. Yeah, this right now kind of game seems to have slowed down a little bit, but when you have, I think, 4 or 5... Oh, and there's a shot just wide from the wonder kid, Esposito. Very good hold-up play. I mean, yeah, that's incredible for him to be able to hold off Mosquera, settle that ball, and still get a shot off. And I don't know if they'll call it, but that should be a corner kick. It did appear to come off of Mosquera's foot, but it will be a goal kick. And we have a 5th goal in Madrid. In the 63rd minute, Vinny Jr. has scored. So Real Madrid 5, Monaco 0. And Inter really starting to get comfortable here. Maybe there is a goal in this for them to bring things level. Goal kick taken by Raya. 20 minutes remaining in the match, plus any additional stoppage time. Ball over the top, and Saka deemed to have been offside. Akanji with the serve in. And Raya cleans it up. Angel, what is going on, bud? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Per, I just saw that. They flashed that on my broadcast as well. 13-3 for each. Ooh. And a foul there, and things are starting to pop off a little bit here as DiMarco gets taken down. And Bastoni, we are watching Inter Arsenal, but I've been updating all the other scores right now between the 71st and 74th minute. We have Madrid 5, Monaco 0, Villarreal and Ajax 1-1, Tottenham 2, Dortmund down to 10 men 0. Sporting and PSG is scoreless. Olympiacos 2, Bayer Leverkusen 0, 10-man Copenhagen 0, and Napoli 1. Yeah, Per, we just started yesterday was our first multi-stream. So far it's been going pretty well. I'm using Restream, and it's not like an overly taxing on the computer or anything. So far so good. Paris says hello to YouTube for everyone watching over there. Akanji gets the ball forward. And I think if there were to be a goal in this for Inter, it needs to come in the next few minutes while they've got the momentum here. DiMarco now on the ball. Gets the ball central to Susic. Ball through. Thuram on it. Lays it off. And Sucic's pass is deflected and knocked away. And a foul called on. I couldn't tell if that was Bastoni or Thuram that got whistled for it. Gyökeres and Gabriel coming on for Arsenal. The players making way, Christian Mosquera and Gabi Jesus. There is another goal in Madrid. A 72nd minute goal from Teze. So it is Real Madrid 5, Monaco 1. Throwing in the ball back into play now for Arsenal. All the way back to David Raya. Again, 15 minutes left in this one, plus any additional stoppage time. Ball out wide on the right flank now. Inter looking to get forward. They've got some space in front of them. Still going into Sucic. Bastoni now on the ball. Out wide to DiMarco as Bastoni runs through. Back to Sucic. Can he get a serve in? No, he'll lay it back to the back four. And a little bit of a miscommunication there between Trossard and Saka leads to an Inter takeaway, but right back to Arsenal. Rice now on the ball. Throwing over the top. Saka with the serve. And the ball cleared only as far as White. And DiMarco plays the ball well high and wide. Saka back in. Shot right at the hands of Jan Sommer, but right back to Saka. He looks to get a cross in to the back post. Declan Rice controls it. Lays the ball back. Marino on the ball into Trossard. Back wide to Rice. Lewis Skelly overlapping run. The ball served in along the ground and kicked away by Inter Milan. And we do have another a goal here in Lisbon. Luis Suarez, the Colombian, has scored for Sporting 1-0 over PSG in the 74th minute. And another goal in Copenhagen. 10-man FC Copenhagen have... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh, so there was a Jordan Larson goal. He kicked in the rebound of his own penalty. So it is Copenhagen 1, Napoli 1. Copenhagen, of course, with a first half red card. So they've been a man down for quite some time. We are down to the last 10 minutes here. Arsenal gets forward, a 2v2 opportunity. Now more players getting into it. And Martinelli's touch way too big and easily cleaned up by Jan Sommer. Inter looking to reorganize and get forward again here as the last 10 minutes are coming through. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I mean, it's certainly, again, I'll defer to you. I'm sure you watch and know much more about Arsenal than I, but there definitely seems to be something going on, between the two of them and that front, grouping. Inter now probing here in the 82nd minute. Ball wide to DiMarco. And Joker is holding play up there and fouled by a Cherby there. It looked like a Cherby basically wanted a piggyback ride. And guys, there you go. Saka trying to play the ball into Gyökeres. All is good. Zielinski and Luis Enrique off, and Juve and Boni on for Inter. Another goal at the Bernabeu. An 80th minute goal from Jude Bellingham. 6-1 now. Real Madrid lead Monaco. And we have another goal in Lisbon. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia in the 79th minute. So that is Sporting 1, PSG 1. Nas, is there a reason why African Man City fans want Pep out? I haven't seen it, but to be fair, I don't have or use Twitter much, if at all, so. DeMarco on the corner kick. Right into Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli outside of the foot. Long ball into Gyökeres. He's by himself. 2v2. Gyökeres to Saka. Back to Gyökeres, and it's a goal! Jan Sommer unable to keep that ball out despite getting a hand to it, and Victor Gyökeres has scored. And just like you guys said, despite what's going on seemingly between the two of them, although I do think that was more of an accidental touch from Saka. We'll see on the replay. But Saka and Victor Gyökeres combining. Yeah, I think there was absolutely zero intent from Saka to play that ball back to Gyökeres. All right, thanks, Nas. I'm going to take a look. Nah, that's absolutely wild that they... I can't even fathom. I mean, yes, they've spent more money than just about any team in the world over that period of time, but I mean, you're not replacing Pep Guardiola with anyone anywhere near his level from management. Paris says, I've got Arsenal fans at work saying how bad Martinelli and Gyökeres are. how Martinelli and Jokeris are bad and Saka is poor, yet those three just sealed the game. Yeah, I mean, the more I, chat with you and Nas, and Nas takes me kind of behind the curtain a little bit with the Arsenal, fan base and supporters. I mean, they are the delusion that a lot of these Arsenal supporters have is just, I don't get it. It's just wild to see the lack of objectivity that a lot of them view the game and the team with. Yeah, pair, of course. I mean, you absolutely, without a doubt. Pair, that. Yeah, yeah, no, Nas, I was going to say that too. He just kind of like put his arms up without moving, didn't move anywhere near, in the direction of Jokeris to celebrate with him. I don't disagree with you. I'm sure there are some conspiracy theories out there already. And, I'm sure within the Arsenal circles, on the socials, I'm sure there's something out there. Yeah, Per, are you one of these, England fans who, you invented the game and therefore should be winning every trophy available to you? Arsenal here with 4 players coming in from the back post: Zubimendi, Marino, Martinelli, and Victor Jokeris. And a foul on Arsenal off the corner kick. Pear says, no, we just deserve it more. Nas, becoming American is not the flex it once was. So we'll see how this all shakes out in the next short period of time. So here we are as we are into the 90th minute. We'll see how much stoppage time there is. Ajax has scored again. So it is an Edvardsen goal in the 90th minute, turning that match on its head after Villarreal went up 1-0 in the 49th minute. Ajax now leads 2-1 in the 92nd minute. Well, Per, if there's anywhere to be beside England for the World Cup, at least you'll be in the host country. So there is that. So 3 minutes of stoppage time here in the second half. Decent chance there from Inter, although unable to get it onto target. Yeah, absolutely. Per, come to the brewery. We are talking with the city to close down the street into an outside block party. We are working on. We should be getting one of those outdoor movie screens to be able to project the match. And we got some other plans in the works that once we are, signed, sealed, delivered on, we can start announcing. Two minutes left here in the stoppage time. Ball over the, attempted ball over the top. Gabriel unable to get onto it as Akanji heads the ball away. Per, wouldn't that be something, huh? What would you do? Your country of birth versus your newly adopted country? You're a winner either way, I guess. But if if the U.S. is somehow able to make it to a final in the World Cup, that would be absolutely incredible. And more action in Lisbon. A 90th minute goal from Luis Suarez. So Sporting 2, PSG 1. Martinelli with the ball on the flank, looking to get past Manuel Akanji. He does. And he does suffer the foul there, so milking the clock as the ball gets back into play. Marino back to Martinelli. Declan Rice wanting the ball, and he gets it. The last 20 seconds here of stoppage time. Marino on the ball, spinning away from pressure. All the way back to Raya. Into Rice, and a little bit of knock around here through the back third. And that will do it. So after 90 minutes at the Giuseppe Meazza at San Siro, it is Inter Milan 1, Arsenal 3. Elsewhere, let's see what other matches have gone final. It appears that none of the other ones have gone final yet. So we will stay on with you for the next couple minutes to announce these finals. Pear, I wouldn't doubt that for 1 second. Pear, I wore a Wolves jersey. When was that? 2 or 3 weeks ago on the podcast, and ever since then, they've been unbeaten in 5. So I am the only reason for that happening. And the match at Tottenham has gone final. Tottenham 2, 10-man Borussia Dortmund 0. And Naz, I hate to say it, I think we're going to have to do United Arsenal for our predictions as well. Yeah, Tottenham 2, Dortmund 0. None of the others appear to be final yet. Oh, here we go. Real Madrid 6, Monaco 1. That one has gone final. And what else? Olympiacos is final 2-0 over Bayer Leverkusen. And Ajax 2-1 at Villarreal. That match has gone final, so that all that is remaining are the matches in Lisbon and in Copenhagen. Red Black, welcome back. Pear, thank you for dropping in. We appreciate all the chatting. Have a good night, and yeah, we'll chat soon and hopefully see you soon. Yeah, Red Black, I get it. I mean, honestly, I think Tottenham are a good squad. They've just been struggling mightily under Thomas Frank this year. You know, I honestly, I don't understand why they've been as bad as they are. I was expecting much more from them this year. So I think, you know, being a man down and in London for, you know, when was that red card? In the 20th minute? To play a man down that long and be away from home, you know, it is what it is. I think seeing their early struggles, I don't think is reflective of the quality that Tottenham have, and you saw it firsthand there with goals from Romero and Solanke. And still in the remaining seconds here of these last two matches, Sporting Lisbon against PSG and Copenhagen against Napoli. Red Black, we appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out. Best of luck to Dortmund. Who do they have? Union Berlin this weekend, right? Good luck to them. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Have a good night. And we have gone full time here in Lisbon, Sporting with a 2-1 victory over title holders PSG. So all that is left now is the match in Copenhagen. Actually, Red Black, if you're still in here, I'm going to send you a message on Discord either tonight or tomorrow. I have a German language question for you. I might ask you to translate an email that I have to send out. So I'll reach out to you about that. And we are well beyond the supposed 6 minutes of added time here in Copenhagen. And we are in the 8th minute of stoppage time now here in Copenhagen. It was supposed to be 6 added minutes, but we've had some injuries and a yellow card. And the match has gone final in Copenhagen. All things level. 10-man Copenhagen 1, Napoli 1. So that will do it for all of us here. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate all the chatting. Angel, Pear, Red Black. Geez, we had so many. Let's see. Let's go back. Actually, we'll just do that group, and then thank you for helping us get to our 40 followers now as well. Crypto, thank you. Who else was in here? Nico, thank you so much from Spain. We appreciate it. And we will be back live upstairs in the tap room tomorrow at 3 for Juve Benfica. And then also we will be back here Saturday morning live on Twitch and YouTube for the pour over bright and early Saturday morning. Thank you guys so much. Please give us a follow on Twitch and YouTube. Share the podcast, please. That helps us out so much. And then that's about it. Get us on Instagram, on our Discord. Shoot us a message, www.cdunewburgh.com, or reach out to us at podcast@cdunewburgh.com. So thank you guys.